years after I was seeing guys like that shit on. There's this one guy, and what's up? What's up, cuz?
Are we live? Give me a Genesis 3. We're 7, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7. Get the other one.
First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to the Most High God Yahweh, and we do so in the name of His only begotten Son, Hamashiach Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly called Jesus Christ. Shema Yasharala Yahweh, Alahaya Yahweh Yahweh Akad, Hear Israel, and God my Lord. That's right, that's right. There's a plethora of things to talk about, other things that we shouldn't talk about, but there needs to be a conversation. This has to happen. And in these last days, a lot is happening. And once again, like as many times before, the conversation is on new system. Why is the conversation about women? It's because y'all are feminists and you're not knowing it. Right? 99% of women become feminists at the age of 16 to the age of 23. You do. Okay? If you're an advocate for women, that is a characteristic of a feminist. And women become advocates of women even when they're wrong. They want you to be sympathetic to them. It messes with your masculine brain. You know what I'm saying? Where you just, and what I mean by that is like no, I don't want to do that. It will mess with you. But the thing is, I don't feel it's a must that we take the foot off the gas when we only win. Because y'all don't need to be advocates for every woman in the world. Man. Hey, the Cushite is finished. That dude's finished. So, the Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian women, they're advocating for each other. Even when they're wrong. And it's to a point where it destroys relationships. And the fact that the Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian women don't even know how to be in a relationship. They're totally dead to it. They put their not even a career, but their jobs before their husbands, before their men. They should have been married from 18 to 26, but they're not married. They're married to their jobs. That's why they say, I can come to the table with something. You got to come to the table with something. But that's what men only make money to have sex. Period. We do. It's very true. We only make money because it gets us women and sex, and we take care of women, we buy houses. If women wasn't here, hey, if women was not here, I guarantee men would live off the land and be chilling. We will walk around picking fruits off a tree. We will. We'll take showers, but you know what I'm saying? We wouldn't care about it. It's like, when I need a house for a minute, I'm going to the bros tent. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we'll be in places. It just wouldn't be no big old mansion and stuff like that. It'd be like a 2-bedroom, 1-bedroom. You know what I'm saying? We'll be chilling. We'll have bottles of wine all in the cabinets, food and water, and weights all day long, man. But there's a disconnect. All right? For one, shameful women. They're very shameful. And you always like to put the guilt on everybody else. You never like to take you never like to take accountability for your own action. Whenever there's something wrong with the men, we take accountability for our own action. And we're always told in a dramatic way on television and everything else. Everybody's always telling the Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian men to get their shit together. Y'all get your shit together. Y'all get it all the time. And we got to step up and be accountable. We can't blame nobody for nothing that is going on. And guess what? We expect the same out of the Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian woman as well. We expect you women to take accountability for what you've done. Right? So when it comes time to take accountability for what you've done, you don't throw us in the mix. You don't say, well, if they didn't do this, we wouldn't do that. No, stop that, man. It's getting close to that time where Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian men are about to throw your ass away. Because we don't need you. You were given to us by the Most High, but we don't need you. Now, matter of fact, if this hurts your feelings, oh, damn well. We don't need women. All right? We don't need women to to live to the end of our age. We don't need it, man. But if we got you here, the gender war is over. Y'all ass is lost. It's time for you to come humbly and submit and hear our terms, hear us out and what we want you to do and how we want you to be. All right? Give me that real quick. So I'm going to stick to the precepts. All right? That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to stick to the precepts.
This is First Timothy, chapter 2, verse 11.
Let
the woman learn in silence.
Say it again.
Let the woman learn in silence.
Learn in silence. You're so shameful, man. It's a shame for you not to do your job. If it's a shame for the Levites not to do their job, it means it's a shame for the men of Israel not to do their job. And it's a shame for you, Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian woman, to not do your goddamn job. And I said GOT, not GOT. Goddamn jobs. And one of them is to be feminine, and one of them is to be, what is that? Not compromisable, but what was that other one? Agreeable, goddammit. We don't want to hear your whole, we don't want to hear, be agreeable. We don't have time to sit here and listen to every damn thing you got to say. We just need to tell you something, and you follow an order and you do it. No talking back, none of that. Yes. You read it?
I suffer not a woman to speak, nor to use of authority over the man, but to be in silence.
He doesn't have a woman to teach right now. Because they're all trying to usurp authority over the men. You're trying to be a master over the men. So let's ask some questions. The Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian women that don't lie, they always. Matter of fact, I'm gonna leave the Hispanic and the Native Indian woman out of it. Mostly the Black woman would throw her men away. She always talking about how her men ain't shit. Well, now, fellas, we need to see some statistics about this. We need to see some proof on what they're talking about. We need to go to the numbers on this, okay? Read that, please.
First Timothy chapter 2, verse 9. Like manner also, that women adorn themselves in modest apparel, right? With shamefulness and suborning.
With what?
Suborning.
Before that shamefulness.
Shamefaced.
Shamefaced. You guys are not shamefaced, man. You're always up in men's faces. You're always in another man's face. That's because you're bold as hell and you don't think of the consequences. Because you want to shove authority over the men. You don't. Hey, I guarantee you this. A Black woman will get anybody's face and don't think of the consequence of her ass getting knocked out. She would do it. And guess what? All the other women of the nations are following your exact thing. You had to deal with the same thing with an Issacharite woman, huh? And you had to check her, huh? Because they're looking at you. They're looking at you, think it's the way to be, and their women are now acting like it. So now, hey, you're in front for making other women go off too, Black women. You got to take accountability of your actions. And you can't say they're going to do what they want to do. No, they're not. The Southern Kingdom is the head kingdom. So if you got the Northern Kingdom going off, it's you that's doing it as well. You got all the women of the nation acting just like you. It's your fault. You need to take accountability of your own action. But things need to happen right now. Counsel within a relationship. Women need counsel, and you don't need a woman counsel. Therapy, counsel, either one of them. You need it. And an Hispanic woman, you need it because your ass is a follower, and you need to stop doing it. The Native Indian woman, your ass is a follower, and you need to stop doing it. Y'all need to stop following the Black woman because she's stupid as hell. She don't know what the hell she's talking about or what she's doing. All of y'all in your goddamn 30s and damn near 40s want to have a goddamn child, and your biological clock is damn near ending. I just ran through. I just ran through. They've been bulldozed. like a damn Mack truck sat in there and kept doing reverse skids and shit, and hitting, knocking all the walls down.
You want to be like man, be promiscuous.
Yeah.
Well, man could do it, woman could do it too. Equal rights.
Well, hey, woman can't do it. Y'all lost the gender war. The young black male, the black Hispanic and Native Indian male is at a reading level of grade 4. He lost. The incarceration rate since the 60s, matter of fact, 55 on up to 2020 is the fault of the black woman in the household. Because you're raising a feminine man. You can't do it. You lost. It's done. Hey, what you're hearing right now is masculinity. Of course it sounds harsh to you. It does. It really does sound harsh. It is. Accept it, suck it up. I want to ask these brothers over here and see what they got. Hey, what's going on, brother? Hey, where y'all from? Haiti? Y'all from Haiti? Hey, ¿cómo estás, man? Bien, bien, bien. I'd like to ask you a question. Can I ask you a question, man? What's your name? Carlos? Your name is Carlos? What's your name, Carlos, before you got here? Yeah. We can't talk to y'all, man. Y'all gonna walk up on us? All right. It's like that. Hey, it's just like that. Anyways, as I was saying, where was I? Oh, yeah. Y'all lost the war, man. Hey, give me that precept real quick.
There's the book of Genesis, chapter 3, verse 16. Unto the woman he said, I will greatly multiply thy sorrow and thy conception. And sorrow thou shalt bring forth children. And thy desire shall be to thy husband.
Right.
He shall rule over thee.
So it doesn't say she shall come to the table with equal opportunity?
No.
It didn't say that, huh? You're going to be saved in childbearing, but you haven't. You got women that are extremely in trouble right now at the age of 35 on up. Y'all not sure you can have kids right now, man. You're busted right now. And you think men of my age want you? No. I want a woman that's from 18, like 25 would be good. 18 to 25. Go to the home, talk to the father, boom. Because she ain't got all that bullshit in her head. But she is I won't deny that the young woman from 16 to 23 is subjected to feminism, but it easily can be taken out of them. You guys are hard-headed and headstrong. All right, a horse not broken becomes broken. And the black, Hispanic, and Native Indian women are not the black, Native Indian, Hispanic women have not been broken. Your horses that have not been broken. And this movement on you guys is about to get tough everywhere. We finna come so strong, so hard on y'all until you break it, until you break. And we don't want you to break in a negative way, but it's gonna seem like that. We want you to break for a positive outturn. We want y'all to take those damn weaves out your head, those damn ugly ass lace fronts. You look stupid as hell. Take that shit off, man. Be happy with what you got. We went to a birthday party, huh? Remember that? And the young 16-year-old, she's sitting there with long ass hair. We know it's not hers. It's not her hair. She's trying to look like the Asian and Hispanic girl with her long hair. Her hair grows up, so it sounds like a damn plant. I don't get it. She hates herself, but she swears up and down that she loves herself. The black woman will always try to cover her. She won't cover her shame, but she will always try to cover her downfalls with money. That's what she does. She try to cover everything with money, man. And the shit is sick. She keeps on putting fucking weave in her hair. She won't go natural, and she's teaching the young women that too, not to love themselves. You got little girls like 4 years old with fucking extensions or weaves in their damn head, man. It's crazy. It is. Hey, bro, I was so embarrassed. I saw my daughter on a video with my bond, and she had a fucking weave in her hair. Not a weave, extension. Extra hair. Man, I was so sad, bro. When I saw it, I didn't even want to look at her talk. I know you looked at me like something was wrong with me, like I didn't want to talk. I saw that shit in her head, man. I was upset.
Sad at programming the kid at such a young age.
Yeah, not to like herself.
But then say, so we gotta love you, so we gotta love who you are, but then again, look what the hell you programming your kid.
And she about to be 12. That's what I've been waiting. That's what I've been waiting for her to turn 12. You know why? Because she can pick what parents she wants to go with. Just right there. There's nothing she can say anymore. You know, and the reason why I'm happy she turned 12 is so I can teach her the things that she needs to learn. I need to teach her to be a feminine. That she don't have to be masculine like y'all fucking women. She don't have to be tough. Who told the Black, Hispanic, and Native women that they gotta be tough? Did we tell them that? Did the men of Yasharala tell them that? That's who told you. We didn't tell you that. And they use the hell out of y'all too. Whenever you have a Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian woman in a job environment, they're always used by white men. Hey, look at Keisha. She's a go-getter. She's tough. She's a ball breaker. And it makes her have to be tough. It makes her have to rise to the occasion instead, because if she don't, she says she's going to be weak. She feels like she's weak. But Esau does that shit to her. That's why, I came up with the own understanding. I don't want my woman working. I don't want my woman submitting. I don't even get along with Black women at my job. I don't get along with them. They hate my ass because they got to be tough with me when they're at work. Black women always got to be tough with Black men at work. There's just a little snippet of them that don't. But for the most part, a lot of them do. Okay? I'm not going to sit here and say all Black women are like that. No Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian woman need to be snipping and snapping at any Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian man at work or nowhere. She needs to be submissive at all times to every man. But being in subjection to her husband is the only man she's in subjection to. Submissive is being nice and bubbly and everything else like that. How y'all doing? That's that feminism these women are in, and they don't know it. They will lie and hold that in. They won't even tell the truth. Hey, what's going on, man? What's going on today? Hey, what's your nationality? All right. So yeah, back to what I was saying before. All right, so I'm gonna get back on a little bit of topic of my daughter. So yeah, so I'm looking at the what's that Instagram Lives and that he was on? He was on Instagram Live, man, and I saw my daughter with that shit in her hair. I didn't even know how to act. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to say nothing. I just let my mind talk the whole time. And you know, I had, you know how you continue to be cool about something. You know what I'm saying? It's like you don't want to like punch it up because you're really trying to make your move to do what you need to do. And that's what I was doing. I'm trying to make a move to get back in my daughter's life because me and her mom, our relationship is shit. And this is what I told her. We were talking on the phone once. I was like, hey, you got a little son, right? She goes, yeah. Does he love his father? Do you teach him to love his father? She goes, yeah. Then why don't you teach your daughter to love her father? And she just stopped. Just stop. It's just stop. That tells you she hates me. That tells you she hates me right there. Period, point blank. And all these things, because when the time comes, my daughter gonna have to hear my side. Now, I don't want her to hate her mother, but I know what's going to happen. And I just want to be there for her. Like, you know what? Your mama's ignorant when it comes to certain things. That don't mean you hate her. But that means you're actually, you know, I just want to inform her of the things that she's doing. And I want to teach her this. This is Surah 37 verse 12.
But be continually with a godly man, whom thou knowest to keep the commandments of the Lord, whose mind is according to thy mind, whose mind is according to thy mind.
So, my daughter goes to church, right? Her mom doesn't go with her, but she learns from a white pastor. You see how messed up that is? Yes. Yes, she does. Now, that makes no sense at all. All right, there's a book called Black Tax. I got to read it. I got to put my mind into it to read this book. But in this book, the brother was talking about how important it is for young black men and women to have teachers that look like them. Now, if it's very important for Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian men and women to have teachers that look like them, what about when it comes to the Bible? What about, it doesn't make any sense, man. You're making her idolized white men. So be with the man who's known, who is godly and is known to keep the commandments of the Most High. White men don't keep the commandments. Look at the world now. Look how everything is operating. Look how everything is going, man. They don't keep no law, man. Their men is very promiscuous and vile. All you got to do is, from what I've heard from women, all you got to do is give a white boy a couple of drinks and you can put your finger in his butthole. Hey, it has to be said. Things have to be talked about, man. Give me that right there, Sarah.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 7, verse 26. Hast thou a wife after thy mind? Forsake her not, but give not thyself over to a light woman.
So that's what I want to teach her to, not to be a woman that take men lightly. Right about now, she's going to take men lightly. Why she's going to take men lightly? Her mom takes men lightly. Her mom moves from man to man to man. Well, I ain't going to say man to man to man, but because I don't know her business like that, so I'm going to say her mom is moving in a way that she shouldn't be moving. Okay? Her mom is moving in a way that she shouldn't be moving. Having a daughter. Her daughter's looking at these things. Her daughter's going to grow up and probably hate her children. So me coming into her life teaching that don't take a man lightly and teach her, you know, the ages where she should be married. And if she goes to college, okay, your first 2 years chill, but on your last 2 years, you need to be getting married. You need to be coming to your father to help you find a husband while you're there. Don't do it by yourself. No woman needs to find a husband herself. None. None. You're not baby boomers and you're not the silent nation. They knew how to get a woman. Back then, as soon as you got out of high school, you can get a woman and get married. Beautiful one. Weighing 120 pounds to 150, that was it. You know what I'm saying? 5 foot, 5'4", beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Not overweight. Black women, Hispanic and Native Indian women are overweight as hell. Us men, hey, yeah, but it's not bad for us as it's bad for a woman. No woman should be that way. Why no woman should be that way? Because when you get pregnant, you want to look like you're not pregnant once you get the baby out. You don't want to look like that.
Most of these women, they get life or some shit, you know? They don't not work for it.
Young man, what's up?
What up?
Hey, what's your nationality, man?
Cambodian.
Cambodian? What's your father?
Huh?
What's your father's nationality?
Cambodian.
Cambodian? Pull that down, you don't look like it. When the face on you look like this, across the face?
Yeah.
You sure?
What you think I'm mixed with?
I don't know, man. He had the mask on. You didn't look like a Cambodian. You look like a Mexican.
I did.
Yeah.
I'm mixed with Indian.
So your dad, all right, we worried about dad, father's lineage. Okay, so work with me real quick. I'm not clowning him. I just want to find something out. So your father, what is he mixed with?
Indian, Guam, and Cambodian.
Okay, cool. Your father's father, what is
Cambodian. White skin.
okay? Because you got to understand there was a lot of conquering going on. Okay.
Nah, so what has happened is my grandpa, he flew here for the Khmer Rouge, right? Remember that they're massacring over there?
Where? No.
In Cambodia. The Khmer Rouge.
Okay.
It's like the
Cameroon?
Cambodian.
Okay.
Khmer Rouge, the genocide that happened in Cambodia, like, it kind of went overlooked because it was focused on the Holocaust. Like, that shit was going on there.
As Hitler did everybody else.
Bro.
Well, because you know you got Genghis Khan and Harry Genghis Khan.
Yeah.
He said which one of your ancestors.
Yeah.
So it's just Cambodian is not your good name. I understand. We understand. These motherfuckers don't. That's why you come out here, we know history, and we can give it back. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's why I'm asking you, because there was a lot of conflict going on, especially when you know what I'm saying, when the Latin conquistadors and shit. You know what I'm saying? They started conquering, the Spanish started conquering all that shit. Like they named what's their name? Over at Phuket. What's that?
Thailand?
Thailand. Yeah, Thailand, and you got another place. What is it?
Where there was no Siam and then they kicked Thailand.
Start naming a lot of Asian nationalities.
Wow, Vietnamese,
Keep going.
Thai,
Uh-huh.
India, was Korea.
Keep going.
Japanese.
Yeah, keep
Oh
going.
yeah, you know, Japanese, Chinese, North Korean.
Yep, keep going. Keep going. There's this one. There's one that they were named after they conquered. Nope. One that was named after they conquered. Come on, I can't even remember.
Let's start with
Man, you didn't name them all though. You name them all, but they're popular around here. They're popular around.
Filipinos?
Yeah. Philip the Macedonian. Filipino.
Filipinos
Filipinos were named after Philip the
I thought
Macedonian.
about Filipinos.
Yeah. But there's an island of Philip the Macedonian. Not Philip the Macedonian, it was a conquistador conqueror. He named them, but it was a lot of our people that over there. What's that? So the Bible, Black man history, it's our history. All our history here, not that devil. Who's that right there? You know,
Without the horn.
without the horns in his tongue, and 666 on his forehead.
What's up,
Jesus?
Jesus?
You feel that Jesus right there? Did you talk that?
I was tired, but I don't fucking.
I mean, I would actually read it. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know.
Christianity is built around the book.
I read the book. I don't.
What you don't believe about it?
Huh?
What you don't believe about the Bible?
No, that's a story. It was written by man.
Yes, it was. Yes, it
I
was.
don't believe man has the power to make the world. I say more like a universal thing. I believe in spirituality. I was raised in a Christian household. Well, that's right.
Allow me to show you something. Because I know you sat in that church bored as hell. I did. I be sitting there, I grew up with Jehovah's Witnesses. And I be sitting there like this, and all of a sudden I daze off. And they like to pass the mic by, and my mama put the fucking mic by my mouth. And I be sitting there snoring and shit. It put me to sleep. Why? Because they never really explained everything. I just want to show you something. Because this dude is not in there. And that's what Christianity is. Christianity comes from a Latin word, read like that. And if you would read like that, it means to hold back and find truth. But when you look at it in the dictionary, it's a whole different meaning. You got to get an etymology of the word. Read that word.
So Revelation chapter 1, verse 13. In the midst of the seven candlesticks, blow like unto the Son of Man,
Right?
blow with a garment down to the foot, and girt about the path with a golden girdle.
Right?
His head and his hairs were white like wool.
Head of his hair for white like wool. Who on earth has woolly hair? Huh?
Woolly hair.
Woolly hair. Woolly means hair. Right? Woolly hair.
As white as snow. His eyes were like a flame of fire.
Right?
And his feet like unto fine
And
grass,
his feet like unto fine grass, read.
as if they burned in a furnace.
What color is grass? brown. Now, Bernie, black. But there's no black people. I mean, real dark ass brown, what it looks like. But that's not it. What John the Revelator just did,
Yeah, I don't believe
he
you.
explained how he looked.
What you talking about? Like, I don't
We just read it. Jesus is
You're
there.
saying God is blind?
And we find out from Daniel 10. See, we don't answer with our mouth. We answer with the foot. That's what you need. You don't need somebody telling you it. You need somebody showing it to you. Okay, well, this is where I got it from. You can read it here. So that next time I talk to you, it's like, all right.
Daniel chapter 10, verse 5.
Uh-huh.
And I lifted my eyes and looked, and behold, a certain man clothed in linen, whose loins were girded with fine golden
So
cubes.
he's looking at with a man with a girdle, with a fine golden hue patch. He has a girdle, he has a body. See?
His body also was like the beryl, and his face as the appearance of lightning,
Uh-huh.
and his eyes as lamps of fire.
So his son has just the same, but watch this.
And his arms and his feet like the color of colored grass.
Right? And his feet and arms is a color of grass. Okay, go to the next. Go to the
What's up, man?
we got viewers on here that do our channel. And we gonna show you what the Most High look like. Which that was him. But now we about to show you what happened is different. You're gonna see his son, which is Christ, and you're gonna see the angels taking his son to the Father. Which we just showed you the color of his father. If the son's one color, the father's the same color. Unless he had a white girl, the Most High don't like white girl. He don't even like white people. That's not even their name in the Bible. Esau's their name. The Edomites. I'm pretty sure if you read the book, you heard that name, Edomite, Esau.
Israel.
For Israel, that's us, the black, Hispanics, and Native Indian. That's our real name. Not a black name, it's brown. So calling me black, all you're doing is mocking me and calling me now. I know you didn't because you didn't know. You can't say it's hard because you don't know. But we know, and we explain that to people like, hold on. Somebody like, what's up, black man? I'm like, I look brown, bro. And then they kind of get caught up. Go ahead.
Exodus 7, verse 13.
Now we went three, 4 steps.
And I saw in the night vision, and behold, one like the Son of Man, came with the clouds of heaven.
One like the Son of Man, the nemesis,
It came to the Ancient of Days, and they brought him near before him.
the Ancient of Days is the Most High. And they brought him before. And when you go to Daniel 10, color of his father. So God is also a so-called black.
Yeah, I'd rather believe that. I'll get you.
So now let me.
I don't think of God. Yeah,
We're getting Exodus 24. Now you say, it's been written by men. I would say yes, it has. But did man write it on their own account? Did man just get up one day, like, I want to write this book on their own? Or did somebody tell them? See, you're going to learn more from us here than you're going to learn in church. That's the whole thing. We out here just teaching people. We got to teach you. You're a Gentile. We're going to teach you in the new kingdom. When the white man get put to death, if he was right, he would tell the same damn thing. They about to get put to death. All empires done fell. You got the Egyptian empire that fell, Babylonian empire fell, the Persian and Medes. You know who the Persian and Medes are? Persian. No. But if you got mine, it's Exodus 26:5. So you got the Babylonian empire, those are the Somalis and Ethiopians. We was under captivity. All right. I just want to make a point so you understand.
Stay safe, all. Hope y'all influence.
Exodus chapter 31, verse 18. And he gave unto Moses, he had made it in agreement with him, right? Upon Mount Sinai, 2 tables of testimony, tables of stone, written with the finger of God.
Open the paper. Give me So it was written with the finger of God, but I want to go more in context. Because a lot of people will say, hey, men wrote this book. No, we did not. We did not just wake up one day and say, cool, we finna write a book. White man did not write this book.
Exodus 32 and verse 14. And the Lord repented of the evil which he brought to do unto his people. And Moses turned and went down from the mountain. And the 2 tables of testimony were in his hand. And
the 2 tables of testimony, which the Most High had written with the finger of God. Those 2 tables of testimony right there.
The tables were written on both their side, and on one side, and on the other were they written.
So there was written on both sides. There was a lot of things written.
And the tables were the word of God. And writing was the writing graven upon the table. Exodus 32. Exodus 32, verse 2. And Aaron said unto them, break off the golden earrings which are in the ears of your wives, right? And of your sons and your daughters, and bring them unto me.
So you got to understand, after Exodus 20, what went on? It said what happened is Israel broke the law. So everything had to be written down to tell us everything that happened. Everything had to be written down. But right here, you're about to find out what happened. Keep going.
And all the people break off their golden earrings.
You're about to find out what happened for the for the tablets to be broken as a symbolism of the covenant being broken. Right?
Which were in their ears, and brought them unto Aaron. And he received them at their head, and fashioned it with a graven tool, after he had made it unto God. And they said, these be thy God, for Israel, which brought thee up out of the land of Egypt. And when Aaron saw it, they built an altar before it, and Aaron made proclamation. It said, tomorrow is a feast.
When it says in Exodus 20 and 3 to 5, thou shalt not bow down thyself to him. Spiritual adultery, because we are married unto the Most High. Being that we are married unto the Most High, we're like a wife committing adultery with another God going to another man. So where do you think this comes from, adultery with a woman doing the same thing that she does to her husband if she's married unto us and we are her God? It's adultery. If she goes and learns anything else from another God, that's spiritual adultery. She's learning something else that she's not supposed to be learning. Y'all gotta stick to this. Y'all gotta stick on top of these women, man. We gotta stay on top of these women. Yeah, Exodus 25 and 4. Just showing the man, the heathen. He was a heathen that this book was written by man, but it was not written to where we did it ourselves. We were told to write this book. Go ahead.
Exodus chapter 25, verse 40. And look, that thou make them after their pattern, which will shew thee in the mountain.
Say it again.
And Exodus chapter 25, verse 40. And look, that thou make them after their pattern, which will shew thee in the mountain.
So this is the Most High telling, well, the Lord, the God that was up there with Moses, to make these things after the pattern which he'd been showed in the mountain. So he's supposed to make, he's supposed to write them or make them? Huh?
And look, that thou make them after their pattern, which will shew thee in the mountain.
And look, that thou make them after the pattern. He's talking about the tabernacle and stuff. Make them after the pattern which I showed thee in the mountain. All right? So he showed Moses these things in the mountain. Now, what else did he show Moses, or what else did he tell Moses? Read that.
It's the book of Exodus, chapter 4, verse 4.
He wasn't just showed something, he was told something as well.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 4, verse 2. Ye shall not add unto the word which I commanded you, neither shall ye diminish out from it.
And that's what a heathen to do, and that's what our people do, and they're acting like heathens, and that's what they're doing. Read.
that ye may keep the commandments of the Lord your God, which I commanded you.
Uh-huh.
Your eyes have seen what the Lord did because of Baal Peor. For all the men that follow Baal Peor, the Lord thy God hath destroyed them from among you.
Idolatry, witchcraft. Go ahead.
But ye that did cleave unto the Lord your God are alive, every one of you this day.
And that's what's going to happen. Every one of us that keep a hold of the Most High. Keep going.
Behold, I have taught you statutes and judgment.
And this is what Moses is talking about. I have taught you statutes and judgment. Read.
Even as the Lord my God commanded me,
Keep going.
that ye should do so in the land whither ye go to possess it.
Uh-huh.
Keep therefore and do them.
So he just didn't tell him to do after the pattern which I showed you up in the mount. Moses also telling me the Most High told me to teach you these things. All right. So the tablets that was in the hand of Moses, when he went down the mountain and he broke them, that was written from the front and the back. The Most High told him also, beside those tablets, to teach them this. So if the Most High told him to teach them this, there's a lot of other commandments that you're not paying attention to. Keep reading, Bible, Michelle.
For this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations. We shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people.
And who are the wise and understanding people? All the people in Yasharala. But guess what? The Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian women have brought the world inside of Israel, and they're not letting it go. They are bringing feminism in here and thinking they're going to use the Bible to usurp authority over men. You got to be crazy, man.
Praise God, money.
Keep going. Hey, go to 15 real quick.
I'm crazy. I know.
Verse 15. Take ye therefore good heed unto yourselves, for ye saw no manner of.
Don't lose your tongue.
So and this right here goes with remember that, yeah, remember when was it 32 and 2? 32 and 2, Aaron made a calf, right? But they had, before that calf, they had already seen a similitude. They have never seen a similitude on the mountain when the Most High spoke to him through the fire, right?
Verse 15, take ye therefore good heed unto yourselves, for ye saw no manner of similitude on the day that the Lord spake unto you in Horeb, out of the land midst of the fire.
And the Most High uses similitude as a like parable. You know what I'm saying? You saw a fire, but it wasn't a man. You know what I mean? You just heard the voice. Keep reading.
Lest ye corrupt yourselves and make you a great image, a similitude of any figure.
Corrupting themselves, they perverted themselves. Go ahead.
The likeness of male or female, the likeness of any beast that is on the earth, the likeness of any winged fowl that flieth in the air. Wing.
No winged fowl. Don't make any golden image of anything in the air, on the ground, or below the ground. Don't make any image and worship them, because you saw no similitude. Because you heard a voice, now you want to put an image to it, and now you're going to make a calf. Like, hey, it was a calf that spoke to us. You got to be a damn idiot, man. Our people are some idiots. Can you see that real quick? Can I go here? Keep reading.
Verse 18, the likeness of anything that crept on the ground, the likeness of any fish that is in the waters beneath the earth.
This is Moses trying to keep you from idolatry.
At least thou lift up thy eye unto heaven, and when thou seest the sun and the moon and the stars, even all the host of heaven, shouldest be driven to worship them.
Woo, give me Deuteronomy 28:64. And it happened. These are curses. And it happened. You're going to look up at the sun in the sky and be forced, not forced, did it say driven to worship it? Read
the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 64. And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people from the one end of the earth even unto the other. And there thou shalt serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy father have known, even wood and stone.
Oh, give me Jeremiah 10 real quick. Give me Jeremiah 10 real quick. You're going to look at the stars, man. You're going to begin to worship them, man. And in the book of Jeremiah, that's the time of the Babylonian captivity. Hey. 10 and 1? Yeah, 10 and 1.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 10, verse 1. Hear ye the words which the Lord speak unto you, O house of Israel.
That's right.
Thus say the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen.
Learn not the way of the white man, the widow. All right, go ahead.
And be not dismayed at the signs of heaven.
Don't be so like, oh my God, it's so beautiful. Go ahead.
For the heathen are dismayed at them. For the custom of the people are vain.
That's right there. Because the customs of the people are vain. You was talking about a zodiac sign. He got a damn bull sign in his head. Guess who did it? Guess who did it? Come on, man. You gotta guess. Guess who did it? Fernando. This is
Go to the gym?
Yep. This is car did it, bro. He got a damn, what's it, a goat horn or whatever.
Something looked like a Vegeta thing. Or how Vegeta had these things.
Majin Buu.
Yeah,
Like Majin Buu, something like that.
So he said it's
It was a zodiac sign, bro. And now he was like, so what do you think about it? I'm like, you want my honest opinion? Yeah, he looked like a damn idiot, man. That shit was stupid, bro. I was looking at him like, man, you look crazy. Now he really looks stupid. I was like, man.
He's following the crowd, man. He's following what everybody's doing. That face tattoo, putting on stupid ass stuff.
Are they doing that? That's the thing.
Yeah, everybody has it. Like they got all their face tagged up.
Man.
Put stupid ass stuff on the face, man.
What's going on, brother? How's your night going, man?
Pretty good, man. About to head to the store real quick.
Hey, chop it up with me when you get back.
Yeah, I got you. Back up.
All right, man. We got real quick. Hey, yeah, I was like, man. I kept looking at him like, stupid. Right here, like, you look stupid.
There's a lot of guns that they turn 18 and fast start flashing the chains.
What do you mean, bro?
Wait, which one of the box? The guy that the box or the team?
No, it's just that box. He's not that big. Not that big. He's got like.
Oh, he has a what's it called?
Little
long hair. Oh yeah, I know. I haven't seen him. I've seen him at the gym, but I haven't
yesterday.
Oh, I haven't seen a tattoo.
I was like, what the? Bro, and he had just gotten, bro. I was like, man, hey, give me that real quick.
Exodus chapter 24, verse 12. And the Lord said unto Moses, come up me unto the mount, and be there. And I will give thee tables of stone, and a law, and commandments which I have written, that thou mayest teach them.
Woo! Go back to Deuteronomy 4. Read that again real quick.
Exodus chapter 24, verse 12. And the Lord said unto Moses,
Right?
come up to me, right, to the mount, and be there. And I will give thee tables of stone, and a law and commandment which I have written, that thou mayest teach them.
You got it right there? 4.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 4, verse 5.
That was Exodus. This is Deuteronomy. Go ahead.
Behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments, even as the Lord my God commanded me, that ye should do so in the land whether ye go to possess it. Keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations.
So the Lord called him up to the mountain and said, come here, I'm going to write these things down for you, and to tell him some things to teach the people. That's what he told them. I can't make this stuff up, man. So if he was supposed to teach them, what then? Let's go to the New Testament. Give me John, I think 5 and 56 or 4. Was it 4 and 56 or 5 and 56? 5 and 46. Yeah, 5 and 46. Hey, the Most High carried this message. Now, this is Christ speaking. Go ahead.
This is the book of John, chapter 5, 446. For had ye believed Moses, you would have believed me. For he wrote of me.
For he what?
For he wrote of me.
Because who was taking Israel out of the Egyptian captivity. It was Christ, man. Read your Bible. Read.
But if ye believe not his writings, how should ye believe my words?
Ooh. If you don't believe his writings, how you gonna believe his words, man? That's crazy. Give me 1 Corinthians 10 and 5. Let's find out a little bit more, man. Let's see what Paul's talking about. John the Baptist, which is Isaiah.
The book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 10, verse 5. Right? But when many of them, God was not pleased, for they were overthrown in the wilderness. The book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 10, verse 1. Right? Moreover, brethren, I will not that ye should be ignorant, how that all our fathers were under the cloud, and all passed through the sea, and were all baptized unto Moses in the cloud and in the sea, and did eat all same spiritual meat, and did all drink the same spiritual drink, right? For they drank of that spiritual rock that followed them.
They drank of that spiritual rock that followed them. Watch, we about to find the spiritual rock that followed them. That they were under the cloud going through the sea. Right?
And that rock was Christ.
Oh my goodness. That rock was Christ. See, y'all don't read your Bible, man. He wrote of Christ. And Christ is in Exodus. Christ is in Genesis. Christ is in Deuteronomy. Christ is in Numbers. You don't know that because y'all not reading, man. All right? Y'all need to join the classes on the Sabbath, man. Sabbath service be off the chain. There'll be a lot of information going out, man. Read that.
You got me holding.
Give me 4:5.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 4, verse 5. Oh, I told you statutes and judgments. Even as the Lord my God commanded, right? That ye should do so in the land, whether you go to possess so.
The Most High told him that. His father told him. He said, Father. He said, who told you that?
Lord my God. Lord my God.
The Lord my God commanded him to teach. And that's what he's doing, man. So if y'all not reading Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy, you are off. You are off, man. Y'all are totally off. And you need to get with the program, man. Through Yahweh Bashim, Yahweh Shai, man, you will be saved. You just got to cleave on to him, man. Through Christ, I can do all things. All right? And I'll do it for
All praise to the Most High God. Yahweh.
That's right.
Or they do so in the name of we got son of Mashiach Yahushua. They were ignorantly called Jesus Christ.
Shema, Yahweh, 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 God.
Why you have to give us another day to come out here? The so-called Black Hispanic Native Americans to turn the true Hebrews on support to the Bible. That's right. It's also prophesied the downfall of this wicked king of Babylon, aka America. That's right. All right. So give me Revelation. Give me 28. Yeah.
It's the book of Revelation, chapter 2, verse 9. I know thy works and thy tribulation.
Thy poverty. He said, I know thy works and thy tribulation and thy poverty, right? So these are the things that we're going through. We're going through a lot of tribulation and we're going through a lot of poverty, right? We're going through a hellhole right now. That's right. Okay, because we have did something that has made us go here. Okay, go ahead.
But thou art rich.
But it says, but thou art rich, right? Go ahead.
And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not.
Come, because it seems like it's only the Black, Hispanic, Native Americans that's really going through the struggle right now. All right, but every other nation is living a life, right? Just like, man, it was crazy. So, you know, I'm in my public speaking class, right? We're learning about being, you know what I'm saying? About how they came here. right? So these people came here as immigrants, right? This is not too long ago. This is like the 1950s, not like 1960s, 1980s. Cool. I said 50. Okay, right? Coming in droves, right. So, like I was saying, they started coming in droves, right? These dudes got government assistance. I'm talking about they're coming in thousands and hundreds of thousands, right, at one time. And they said there was 2 waves of them, right? So they're coming in, right? These dudes is getting government assistance, everything, getting food, free homes and everything, businesses. How do you think Chinese people got Chinatown now? And all these other stores and everything? Because they're getting business loans, houses, cars, food, government assistance and everything, right? But when a Mexican try to at least step 1 foot into America, they get shot.
I'm trying to tell you, fucking cut his foot off like Coach Kitten.
Man,
You got white boys out there that is not even a part of ICE or anything like that, and they trying to catch respect.
ain't that crazy, man? These dudes be able to get in here all that time, but the person that's actually the owner of the land gets here, then it's a problem, right?
Owner can't come on the property with that message.
But go ahead, Roman 20. Give me Hosea 4 and 6.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 15. Let it come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
Right? He said, if you will not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, go ahead.
To observe, to do all his commandments.
Right? To observe and to do all his commandments, go ahead.
And his statutes,
right?
Which I commanded thee this day,
right?
That all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
It said that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. All these things are going to happen. There's going to be curses that's going to put upon you when you don't listen to the Most High God. Keep going. Well, let's get into these curses, right?
Cursed shalt thou be in thy city,
right? Cursed shalt thou be in thy city, right? Let's go deep into this, right? Let's go. Let's start with the black, right? And this is what blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, but predominantly blacks, right? A Negro cannot drive in a car and a cop get behind him, he not get scared. Hey, they be on the phone, you be on the phone while driving, right? And you tell the person that you tell them, cop behind. I'll call you right back.
I'm gonna lie. I'm gonna lie.
You know what I'm saying? And that's crazy because you're cursed in the city, right? And then how else are you cursed in the city? So let's talk about between brothers, right? When you walking down the street and the Hispanic walk past a black dude, then now it's a big staring contest. You know what I'm saying? That's how you're also cursed in the city. There's a lot of things. Now let's talk about the Hispanics, right? They can't even get into the city. Okay, that's the bad thing. They can't even get here. That's how they curse. They're accursed from their city.
Okay? As soon as they come in the city, they're given low wages and no benefits, no help.
And then just loads of just work, right, and hardship, right? So keep going.
And cursed shalt thou be in the field.
All right, cursed shalt thou be in the field, right? Spanish, man, best working people on the planet, right? They are cursed in the field, right? It said, cursed shalt thou be in the field. Is that what it said?
Yeah, you got the avocado fields and the strawberry fields out here. Yeah, Cesar E. Chavez set up with a union for Spanish labor workers. You're cursing out there too, those low wages.
Yeah. And what's crazy is last year when I was in English class, I was learning about how they have these strawberry fields and everything. But let me know if I'm wrong or not, right? The Hispanics, the grandmas, the uncles and everything, they encourage their nephews and nieces and everything to come out to the fields to work. Am I right?
Why they do that? Why they do that? Why they encourage them to come out that way? Is it
originally just to show you how to put everything in work? When my brother got back from school, my mom took him to work. And then right? My grandma was making like a house. And one time I told her when I was a kid, like, man, you make a thing out of me for rich people. Like, eat that. Yeah, man, show you the real life.
can't say it is cursed, but
Cursed shall be thy basket and thy store.
right, cursed shalt thou be thy basket in thy store. What's thy basket represent? That represents your bank account, right? Cursed is your bank account. And cursed the basket also means when it said because in the store. It says cursed shall be thy basket in the stores. If you don't got money, you can't get nothing. And then now you can only get salad bread. Those things cheap. That's all you can get because your basket is cursed. Whatever you put in your pocket is cursed. Money, your car keys. You got a bad car, and then when you put in the actual basket, you can't put nothing in your cart. Nothing.
You don't work 65 hours.
Right.
And the money is deposited into your account.
And then people are robbing from your basket, right? Child support, taxes, tax, this and that. You know what I'm saying? The government is just taking everything out of there. It is crazy. It's gotten to the point where I can go inside a store, take something, be like, I paid for this already. I paid taxes.
Well, it should come to that point where you go inside the store. I paid for it.
I'm like, come on, man. I was watching this movie. I forgot what the movie was called, where the grandma took her grandson to the library, and she just walked out with a whole bunch of books. And then the son was like, why you still? And she was like, I paid for this already.
Yeah.
Remember that movie? But yeah, I was watching the movie. That's what happened, man. Keep going.
Cursed shall be the fruit of thy body.
Right, cursed shall be the fruit of thy body. The things that we're putting in our bodies is cursed. Put hormones, all types of crazy things, man. And then they just try to put pork in everything. Who knew? What was something that had pork? Who knew you could put pork in Cheetos?
That messed me up.
In hot Cheetos. Like,
That messed me up.
what?
They
Like,
just purposely putting pork in our food.
right. They gotta put pork in all the candy and everything. Like, hey. Keep going. Start that verse over here.
Cursed shall be the fruit of thy body and the fruit of thy land.
And the fruit of thy land. Look at this land, it's cursed, right? And then even back then when we was gardening and everything, the land started being cursed. And something also I'm learning in history class is, so basically what started happening, right? When people have farms and everything, the land used to be open to everybody, right? Then landlords started coming in buying lands and then having paying charges to buy that farm, right? And then that's when they started cutting off the farms, and then that's when the seed in the population of the plant started to die off, and then that's when the land started to die, and then that's when the flowers and the vegetables and the potatoes and everything couldn't grow. All right, because our land is cursed because the white man just got to mess everything up.
This is Isaiah chapter 60, verse 13. The glory of Lebanon shall come unto thee, the fir tree, the pine tree, and the box together, to beautify the place of my sanctuary. And I will make the place of my feet glorious. The sons also of them that afflicted thee shall come bending unto thee.
Okay, the sons that also afflicted thee shall come bending unto thee. Right? So the people that afflicted us, that put us through hardship, is going to bend down to us into the Most High. Right?
And all they that despise thee
Right.
shall bow themselves down at the soles of thy feet.
God, even those that despise, just like the underlying racism, the racist one, they keep it inside and they despise it, right? Those people, they're going to be put in chains too.
And they shall call thee the city of the Lord, the Zion of the Holy One of Israel.
Close to Zion, the Holy One of Israel, man.
And this precept was also beside Isaiah 49 and 23 and Malachi 1 and 4. While that's having people bow down to it, it's biblical. You know what I'm saying? If people bow down and they kiss our feet, lift our shoes, the Most High is showing us what, that we his children. He said it was going to happen. He promised. So if they bow down to it, it's his promise. Hey, John said,
Verse 18, cursed shall be the fruit of thy body, the fruit of thy land, the increase of thy kin, and thy
And
flock.
the increase of thy kin, right? The stuff that we're putting in our bodies, and just like, hey, in the car, man, hey, he be on me, right? He be telling me, hey, man, if you keep drinking or eating that, man, your thing not gonna work no more. You know what I'm saying? Because the stuff that we're putting in your body, man, it just cuts it off and everything. You know what I'm saying? Then you're not be able to pollute your kin, but
The flock of thy sheep,
right?
cursed shalt thou be when thou comest in,
Right?
and cursed shalt thou be when thou goest out.
Curse shalt thou be when I'm coming in. Man, you know how many people, how many women I've heard say, "Oh, I didn't have a regular delivery. I didn't get a C-section," or you know what I'm saying, the baby was in the hospital for a couple of weeks because he was born early. Curse shalt thou be when I come in, and curse shalt thou be when I goes out. When you go out, you either died of cancer, you either got shot, you died of illness. You don't go out regularly. You can't just lay down and go to sleep and then never wake up. No, you got to be killed or die. You know what I mean? But
The Lord shall send upon thee cursing, vexation, and rebuke, and all that thou settest thy hand unto.
everything that says thy hand unto becomes a rebuke and a curse, man. Or you try to go get a car and they start, oh, this, that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You do, whenever you do something, there's just got to be something added onto it, but
Or until thou be destroyed, until you perish quickly, because of the wickedness of thy doing, whereby thou hast forsaken me.
wherefore thou was forsaken me. And this is all happening to us because we have forsaken the Most High. We have forgot about it. We have put him away. Right? Go ahead.
The Lord shall make, verse 21, the Lord shall make the pestilence cleave unto thee until he have consumed thee from off the land, whether thou goest to possess it.
The pestilence, it could be a literal pestilence or a figurative pestilence. All right, the white man is a figurative pestilence. All right, but there's pestilence that's going around right now called the coronavirus. But there's also other pestilence like heart disease, things like that, and diabetes. That's also killing us because we was like these dang pork chops, STD, UTIs. You know what I'm saying? Things like that. Go ahead.
The Lord shall smite thee with a consumption, and with a fever, and with an inflammation, and with an extreme burning.
And with extreme burning. Yeah, when we start burning down here, most times
And with the sword, and with blasting, and with mildew, and they shall pursue thee until thou perish.
So thou perish.
This is Isaiah chapter 58, verse 7. Is it not to give thy bread to the hungry, and that thou bring the poor, that are cast out to thy house, when thou seest the naked, that thou cover him, and that thou hide not thyself from thy own flesh?
Hey, when you see the poor, when he's cast out, bring them in. When you see the naked, cover them up. Right? When we see naked going around here, when they're not keeping the laws, we cover them up. Or we at least we try.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Because this is what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to come out here when the people have forsaken. You turn your head away from the naked. Okay. Verse 45. Verse 47. 45.
It's the book of Isaiah. In the book of Isaiah, chapter 45, verse 7. I form the light,
right,
and create darkness.
Right.
I make peace,
right,
and create evil.
God. He forms light, he creates darkness, he makes peace, and he makes evil. All right, everything that's happening to the Israelites is because the Most High is doing it to us. Right? It's no one else. And it's not like, and when you really think about it, it's not just the Most High doing it, we're doing it to ourselves. Right? Because we're forsaking the Most High, we're not using our brain, man. You know that?
I, the Lord, do all these things.
I, the Lord, do all these things, right? Go back to give me go to verse 1, chapter 28.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 1.
Right?
And it shall come to pass, and thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth.
So if you will keep the commandments and do what the Most High tells you to do, he will set you on high above all the nations of the earth, right? And what does that mean? That means we are the top people, right? We're the only ones on the what do you call it when you're in a certain section of everybody? The VIP list. All right, we're on the VIP list, okay? Give me Acts 3:19.
The book of Matthew, chapter 3, verse 2. For this is he that was spoken of by the prophet Isaiah. This is Matthew chapter 3, verse 2. And saying, repent ye, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand.
God, repent ye, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand. Or you need to turn away. You need to make an exaggerated change. Okay, you need to make exaggerated change. You need to change from the way and come back to the Most High. For the kingdom of heaven is at hand. Or all these end time signs are coming. Okay, you got Acts 3:19.
The book of Acts, chapter 3, verse 19. Repent ye therefore, and be converted, that your sins may be blotted out, when the times of refreshing shall come from the presence of the Lord.
That the times of refreshing shall come from the presence of the Lord. All right, so you need to turn away from your sins before Yahweh Shai comes back, man. Because when he comes back, he's killing off those that didn't keep the law and statutes of man. All right,
And some of those that did. I'm gonna pull these two precepts for y'all. We're going to end down. This is Matthew chapter 4, verse 4. But he answered and said, it is written, man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeded out of the mouth of God. Every word that proceeded out of the mouth of God. Moses went up to the mountain. The Most High showed him the tabernacle, the temple, and everything, how everything should be done. When I went to Deuteronomy 4 and verse 5, Moses told you that the Most High told him to teach us this. Now Christ is saying every man should live by every word that come out of the mouth of God. But you're not living by bread alone. All right? Bread alone won't sustain you, but wisdom will. All right? And this is one of the things that you should understand and you should live by. Go ahead and give me that.
The book of Exodus, chapter 34, verse 11. Observe thou that which I commanded thee this day. Behold, I have driven out before thee.
And the only way for you to observe something is for you to rehearse it. Rehearse.
I drive out before thee the Amorites, and the Canaanite, and the Hittite, and the Parasite, and the Hivite, and the Jebusite. Take heed to thyself, lest thou make a covenant with the inhabitants of the land.
That's the law. Take heed to yourself, lest you take covenants with the inhabitants of this land. The Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian woman. You have taken hold of feminism. That is an agreement to be against your own damn men. Read.
Whither thou goest, lest it be for a snare in the midst of thee.
And it's a snare. Every nation look at you like you crazy as hell because you belittle your men. Ain't nobody taking y'all seriously. They looking at you like you some goddamn morons, man. Read.
But ye shall destroy their altars, break their images.
And that's what you're supposed to do. Destroy the altars, break their image, break that down, man. That white man taught y'all that. That white woman, they taught y'all that, read.
And cut down their groves. For thou shalt worship no other God. For the Lord, whose name is jealous, is a jealous God.
And that's why you got the spirit of jealousy in the because the black men, the Hispanic and Native Indian men are gods to their women. The Most High is our God. And then we got his son. And then it's us. And then it's you under us. That's just how it is, man. You're worshiping another God right now. That is idolatry. Y'all need to stop that feminism and come up out of it. What's going on? Hey, can I ask you a question? What do you think about feminism, womanism?
Teach them.
Huh?
I mean, teach them.
Do you think feminism or womanism destroys nations? It could.
People get extreme about.
I want to talk about the dog walking.
No, yeah. People definitely get way too over the top with bullshit. That balance.
Hey, fuck these heathens. Anyway, with that, we give our praises, honor, and glory to the Most High God Yahweh, and we do so in the name of his only begotten Son, of Mashiach Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorant called Jesus Christ. Shema Yahshua Yahweh, Alahaya Yahweh Yahweh,
The Israel of God's Lord.
Fine.